How's she going today, everyone? This is the Offended Gas bringing you part 10 of Shadowbringers. Last time, we did the Holminster Switch, I believe, was the name of the dungeon. And I kind of had to cut it off there. It was a longer episode, so we're just going to get things underway right now. Warrior of Darkness. The Exarch is looking ahead to the immediate future. Now, as for how we proceed from here. The villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. I forget what she sounds like. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Shosov, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary Warrior of Darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, though my concerns are more focused on Yulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothri responds to all of this. I guess you're right. You got it. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed? Like a buoy? Buoyed? By the joy of our citizens. A joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. Understandable. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think, you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. It's music, though. I must stay behind and coordinate. She had like a almost like light Scottish accent, if I remember, but I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the pendants? Please let Braggy know that we're bringing in a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. Yeah, I've got it. My glamour is all jumbled because I got stuff from the dungeon. Well, I think I got like one thing, and I don't remember if it was even that. But I got some items, so my glamour is a little off. We should start making our own way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alisaie. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those Sin Eaters. And I can't rest. Not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while. And that means you as well, Shosov. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? Of course. She just needs time. She knew her for probably, what, a year? I mean, they said they left like a year ago, too, so... Today's message is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Not actually sponsored, much like the water stuff. So, stay caffeinated this time! Not really, though. Caffeine's terrible for you. Ugh! I can feel it killing my body slowly. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragai, I suggest you do the same. Yeah. Sleep well, Shosov. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alisaie both. Yes, I was very upset about what happened to Tesleen, and yeah, she's gonna be in a way worse place. Hi, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? That's funny. Actually, I gotta tell you this from the lady. I see. Well, Captain Lina can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? The battle at Holminster. Holminster! You're saying Holminster. A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs. Make himself known. I'm sure Glennard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Down, running music! Oh, this is from the CG trailer, right? I think that, well, this whole area kind of is, I guess, but you know what, there was like a hub area they kind of showed. It's been a while since I watched that trailer, actually, so I'm probably just remembering it wrong. Even when I made the intro, by the way, I didn't watch the whole thing. Ciela! More beer for Table 2, and a couple of pints of mead for Table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Huh. Why did I cross my arms? Sorry, we're rushed off to our feet today, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Actually, I was told to come here from Bragai to talk to you. Hmm? Oh, that Bragai has a twisted sense of humor. Yeah, I guess. I don't know him that well. What? To think he'd send you to me at a time like this. The first real night in our near 100 years has folk all piled up, and then some. What's more, there was that Eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a Light Warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. Oh yeah? I bet he was sexy, huh? Probably a sexy dragon boy, demon boy, whatever. I really must apologize to Glennard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance has the spark to their kindling. Excuse me? You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Yeah. Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise the blessed shadow. Now, no, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. It's a gathering hub, like Monster Hunter. It seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. Oh wait, that's Sila's voice. Those are the types who have their sights set on the absolute... These are the types that have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. Class of eaters that we've dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains that caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as Light Wardens. Not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up. But knowing the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is Granson. He's obviously an important anime character that will be a side protagonist and be very upset that he can't quite reach you, but then discover his own merits. Anyway, he's in it for revenge. So he literally is what I did not read the part that said he's in it for revenge. So that was just perfect. He's in it for revenge. Wants to recruit a comrade to arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistle lad is Lou Reek, I guess. Lou Ree, maybe the Q's silent. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Sarig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtues he's after. Last we have Galad. I can't tell if that's an I. I think that's actually an I. Last we have Giat, dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom? I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of the hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. Oh, that's a grand idea. Grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. You've gained access to role quests. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringers main scenario, you must complete at least one role quest line. Speak with a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to actually probably record this separately. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar. But will you be returning to your quarters? Retiring? Yep. Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. Warrior of Darkness complete. Dun, 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 dun. I want to open the door and or the window, I mean, or outside door. Well, I don't remember what that was. And a freaking Light Warden's just gonna punch me in the face. I use the Force, by the way. It's the only proper way to open a door. Window? Dindo? Windor? Windor? Oh, hey. Ardbert?
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
These are my private quarters. Been watching, have you?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden.
No, you weren't. I didn't see you. That's kind of what it
Those
looked like.
white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
Of course.
Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. So when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
I'm sorry.
So this is what the light was hiding. He's here. I must go to him.
Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Swords. Oh, great! I really want to get stressed out by seeing shit going on at home.
Intruders! Fan out and fight them!
Estinian? Yeah. I thought I recognized the edge.
Out of my way!
Okay, Estinian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that person was absolutely not standing in your way. Also, I'm kind of concerned that...
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
Yeah, I was just about to say it was Gaius's crew, because that was not the Garlean traditional military armor.
When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Right, Gaius? That's exactly what I just was saying. I recognize the edge. Yeah, Estinian looks sick, man.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear the receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on another business.
That person's like,
It has
son of a
fallen to
bitch.
me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated.
Sorry, I was checking the text.
There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
Person's just glaring at Estinian.
Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature.
Does it
It
drain
was
you of your
created to
ether?
disrupt the ether in living beings, to
Basically.
bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill.
It's like what I said, but it freezes it, essentially. It just sort of stops it.
Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Can't pass up an opportunity like that, Astidion. An unwelcome guest. The manager of suites is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched his military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Head to the Ocular. We're gonna go talk to him, I guess. I guess we're gonna deal with the Yulmarans sooner than I thought. I thought it'd be later.
You are come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Yeah?
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
Literally very next day? Goddamn, man.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
Is it gonna be someone we recognize? Probably not.
A moment, Captain, if you would.
They're gonna, like, push open the door, right? Oh, he didn't want them seeing that.
Gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
We're ghosts.
Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
Sounds familiar.
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage,
I think he's new.
my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Let me know if this is like a character from our world, but not like that version of them, because the name Ranjit just sounds familiar, but I've heard that name so many times in literally anything, and I might just be tricking myself, but I don't recognize him at all, so.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 sin-eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly.
Yeah, I knew it.
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
I lied. I thought he was going to look right at me.
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
I might be reading too much into that, but I have a feeling that his reveal, like that, he might know that we're in here. He doesn't seem like he's your... Yeah, I knew he... Okay, so I was right. He was going to look right at us. So yeah, he knew. That's what that revealed himself. Okay. I swear that had to have been what that meant. I promise. I wrote this. Guaranteed. Alright, Grahatia. Totally is you, by the way, just saying. I called it forever ago. I still think it's little Miko boy from the Crystal Tower.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
No, you are right.
The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphinaud, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Ah, goosebumps. Shit just shot up my spine.
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilia?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He will be able to enlighten you.
You could just tell me now?
Alphinaud, Alisaie, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Sorry, Crystal Boy. We'll do what we can. I promise. Alright, that is not a good place to end the episode, so I'm gonna have to go talk to the thing, and that might be a good place to end it. Now, the Cabinet of Curiosity. I've come up with a new recipe! Morin. Yes, if you're looking after, or if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. I for some reason thought that said expanding. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Actually, we're here to talk about Minfilia. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off a few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck! Thanks, Morin. At least I'm not looking by myself. He said the level below, so just right... Towering shelf. The book does not appear to be here. We'll talk to Alphinaud. No luck as yet. Oh, so when he said level below, he meant like literally anywhere? Alright. Alisaie, let's talk to you. Is there a stepladder we can borrow? I don't need one, little child. Ah, big Al-Ra boy will handle for you. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Alright, cool. Okay. Have you found the book? Here you go. Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I finished all my passing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Alright, hopefully this doesn't bring up more questions and it will be a good place to actually stop, because I'm trying to not make these too long. Without further ado then, it began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrandt. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clear as sapphire. Naught was known about her, save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace. But 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. Ooh. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Volbert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn, and came to likewise be called Minfilia. That picture of that Sin Eater that's like yelling and there's like a person in its mouth is gross. Actually, I think they're all doing that. Enlisting in the Ulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. With her dying breath, She whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more will follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrandt on numerous occasions, and were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incantations. Or they might have said incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate, and sorry the dogs are barking, while some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yulmaran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. For by that time, under Lord Vothry's rule, Yulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmoran's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Sacred! Indeed, well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Shosov? Outside? Okay. Sacred! It probably actually was Thancred. That thing we saw in the CG trailer might have been, like, hinting at, you know, why she's been away from Yulmore. I believe that scene even showed that they were, like, under Yulmore at the time. As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own... I knew it! Than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. Sorry, I didn't get enough sleep. Have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean that they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain... I can't read today. We may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side. Right, Shosov? One's generally been enough. Quite right. I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Ulmoran forces at Laxen Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. What? Wow, that's not a good place to end, but I'm gonna have to end it. Not really like a question was raised or anything. It's oh, whoa, that was weird. Oh yeah, level 74! Oh, enhanced Eggy Assault. Let's look at that real quick. Grants further ruin upon Eggy Assault 2. That would be my flaming thing, right? Oh, that's disgusting. I could just get Ruin 4? That's pretty great. I love this class. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to get notified if you haven't already, and check out some of the links here in the end screen. You can also find me on Twitter, which the link for that will be in the description, but, you know. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. Peace out, everyone.